Quick disclaimer for my subs. My Where to Go series might be a bit delayed and also upgraded to be more detailed and easier to read for the future options. Make sure you comment the things you would like to see in the platform, in the website or app, and I will try my best to add it into the list. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get started. Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. My name is Raziel. You can call me Raz. And if you're new here, hi, I am a small artist and I'm trying to grow this art channel. I hope you guys doing well. This is not really a new thing, just something I call it a game on my Tumblr where you can ask me what Raz might look like in a TV show, movie, game, novel, and so on. As silly as it sounds, I thought it would be fun and a bit challenging since I do wish to know more medias out there that I'm not aware of. I know I could just go and look up any media I like, but the purpose of the game is to try new things and get recommended for things that is outside of my league, like an anime I never heard of, or a game I never knew about, or underrated media that you think it's more deserving of more attention, and so on and so forth. For example, in today's video, Raziel is been requested to be a Fnaf character. And I will assume that you already know what Fnaf is. However, just in case someone does not know what that game is or never came across it before, I will try to explain it as simple as possible. Fnaf was an indie horror game where you play a security guard and you have to survive the 5 nights, and your job is simply to watch the cameras and make sure you do not get killed by the animatronics. But the game have become bigger than all of that and the plot got much painful to follow. But enough about that, and let's talk about Raz as a Fnaf character. I might have tiny bit of lore of this version of Raz, but I doubt it will make any sense comparing to the Fnaf canon lore. But again, the Fnaf lore is too complicated and too confusing at times unless you find the right source to help you understand the lore better. And I will leave this video in the description box so you can watch it on your own later on. It did help me to understand the lore much better than the rest of the other videos before it. Before I start talking about Raz, I need to tell you that what you see in the screen right now is just doodle, and I did not really spend too much thinking about it, just what Raz might look like and trying to find out if the technology have advanced later on or not, and I'll talk about it while we continue. But regardless, I hope you enjoy the doodle. So in this universe, Raziel is a side character but also well-known and loved character in the Fazbear Land Park. Yes, a park, kinda like Disneyland, but if Disney did not suck. Anyway, like I said, she is a side character like Donald or Goofy. She is a performer in the Fazbear gang, while Freddy is the leader, of course. Anyway, this was 2030, which is 6 years from now, or when this video is up. The technology have advanced for better or for worse, and the AI got much better to the point where it have its own personality and so on and so forth. But this information is important, especially the date, because there is some factors that plays into the lore itself, especially when it took inspiration from real world, and it's gonna be a little bit tricky, so bear with me. Okay, so in this year, Afton have returned, of course, but this time he did not return by his own. I'm pretty sure some of you might have been aware of the crazy and delusional people who is a fan of some serial killers from true crimes documentaries. I know it sounds weird that I bring that up, but I can see William Afton being in a true crime documentary, and there will be some crazy people who is a fan of his work and whatnot. And the reason why I use this as inspiration for his return is because it's unfortunately grounded to reality, and there is people who is this delusional to want to meet their favorite murderer or something. And this is not the first time that this happened. There is people who is a fan of the most horrible serial killer in America. If I find out his name, I will put it on the screen. Same with the new documentary in Netflix. I remember it happened a while ago, but I forgot the name. But what I know that he was a famous murderer in the 80s, and the debate has rocked the TikTok community and whatnot. People were upset that there is people who are fangirling over this murder person. But yeah, if I found these two examples, I'll try to put them on the screen as well. Sorry for getting that deep. It's part of the inspiration. William Afton have returned, but this time his soul was thrown into Razzy's animatronic body. I know this sounds like crazy, but I remember there is people who've been using voodoo and black magic to try to bring someone back, and I thought that this is not far off from reality because there's people who attempted to. And as for how he got out, I would say it's more likely someone made a deal with the devil to bring William back. And you must be wondering, why Raz and not Freddy? Well, first of all, it's my AU. And second of all, I feel like because Raz was in an easy position or something like that, let's just say Raz was in the wrong time, in the wrong space, and so on and so forth, and that's why it happened. And I know some of you will roll your eyes on it and say there's no way someone is this delusional. Unfortunately, there is. Just like how there is people who are stupid in this world, and I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, anyway, this very crazy delusional fan bring Afton back to life. However, there's an issue. Number one, he can only be active at night. Number two, he needs flesh and blood in order to stay alive. Number three, he cannot leave the park, which means he will need help from these delusional people, these delusional fans, in order to bring them more people for him to murder and take the blood and flesh to stay alive, if we're gonna call it like that. So yeah, that's about it. But I have realized that's a very weird rabbit hole, and I just realized this whole plot sounded like in a weird anime show where things doesn't really make sense. And the worst part is that I did have extra things going on with the lore, like Michael have returned, same with the dead kids, the spirits and whatnot. Michael took Freddy's body, and the other kids took the other gang's body. I don't know why I have Cassidy inside Golden Bear. For some reason I have the original Fazbear in there. I don't know why, but oh well. The whole plot is kind of funny, and I don't know why I run with it, but it kind of stuck. I don't know what else to do in this plot, to be honest. Personally, I did not take the plot very seriously because it meant to be just like, what if Raz was in the FNAF universe? But let's just say I drive away from the canon and just made whatever. And if I ever have the chance to make a weird anime show in any way, I will totally use this plot and try to see if I can get away with some gore stuff. And I don't want to use gore as some kind of jump scare or shock value. I want the gore to make sense in the story, which is gonna be very difficult. And I'm not gonna talk about gore for so long because I know not people like gore that much. But yeah, that's about it, and that's what Raz gonna be if she was in FNAF universe. Unless you guys have better ideas on how to use Raz in the FNAF universe, and maybe you would like to upgrade or something like that. But if you guys like this kind of story, regardless of how silly it is or how cringy it is, let me know and I should try to do a one-shot comic of it and see what else to do. And if you'd like to see Raz in your favorite media, let me know in the comment below, or send me your request on Tumblr or Ask FM. Also, what do you think about my intro? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do I need to make it better? Let me know. Until the next time, ma salama, bye bye. Be safe and take care, and don't let Raz hunt you down.